Now, in this video, I'm going to tell you the number one reason why people don't learn tailoring fast. I've seen a lot of people struggle for 5 years, 6 years, or even 7 years trying to learn and master tailoring, but they are not making any progress and they are not succeeding in it. Learning tailoring is not by watching tutorial videos. If that is only what you're doing, I can bet you're not going to learn the skill. The number one reason why people don't learn tailoring fast is a lack of consistent hands-on practice. Hands-on practice literally means hands-on. That means you're cutting, you're sewing, and you're practicing consistently. I remember when I was still at the fashion school, I used to watch a lot of tutorial videos on YouTube. After watching the video, I'll get some scrap fabric and I'll cut it and I'll sew. I made a lot of mistakes, but that was how I learned and mastered the skill. The key to mastery in any craft, any skill, or any profession is repetition. The more you repeat what you're practicing, the better you get. Now, when I was still at the fashion school, I enrolled at the fashion school at the same time with a friend of mine. But the difference between me and that my friend was I was very consistent. Although I was working as a class teacher in a secondary school, I made sure that immediately after I finished from school, I went to the fashion house to learn and practice. So I went from Mondays to Saturday. That my friend, sometimes he comes on Mondays, he might miss Tuesday, come back on Wednesday, miss Friday. So he was not too consistent, but I was very consistent. After about 2 weeks into the learning process, although we registered at the same time, but I was the one showing him how to do some basic things, how to cut some basic items in tailoring. I remember my first attempt at cutting. My instructor back then at the fashion school, he was showing me how to cut a trouser, and he was explaining to me, you have to minus 5 inches from here, add 6 inches. It was so complicated. I said, wow, this tailoring, am I going to learn this tailoring at all? It seems so complicated and so difficult at first. But when I consistently practiced and I repeatedly attempted to cut, I got better at it, and that was how I was able to master cutting. So the more consistent you practice, the better you get. If you're learning and you're not practicing, you're not really learning. You can watch a video on how to cut a trouser, but I bet you, if you don't put it into practice, and by putting it into practice, I mean getting your sewing machine, cutting the fabric, and sitting down on your sewing machine to join the pieces together. That is practice. Have you been struggling to learn tailoring for a couple of months or even a couple of years, and it seems as if you're not making any progress? Or are you just starting your tailoring journey and you need a foundational knowledge to start you up and make you learn tailoring so much faster? It can get so frustrating investing your time, your energy, and your money trying to learn or master tailoring without making any progress. I have an online tailoring beginners course that breaks down tailoring in the simplest and easiest way to understand. So whether you're a beginner in tailoring or you've been struggling for several months or several years, this course will enable you to learn and master the skill of tailoring so much faster. With close to a decade of experience in tailoring, tailoring is all I know. This is a paid course. If you're really serious about learning tailoring fast, click the link in the description to register for the beginners course. Now, one major challenge I see many people face is they are doing a 9-to-5 job, or they have a business that takes so much of their time and they want to learn tailoring. Every good thing requires sacrifice. You need to consistently, possibly daily, dedicate specific hours or specific amount of time to practice. If you're really serious about learning tailoring, make sure you are ready to give a huge percentage of your time, your energy, and your efforts in consistently learning and practicing. Take note, I said learning and practicing. If you got value from this video and you're really serious about upgrading your skill in tailoring, like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel Luyasi. Hit the notification bell so that whenever I upload a video like this, you get a first-hand notice of it. And if you have any question or you're facing any challenges related to some of the things I mentioned, hit me up in the comment section.